Alright everybody, I'm back to finish this up, part 2 of our infinite scroll system. Where we left off was we kind of basically just started pulling these posts. So let's just get to that. And I'm going to change this up a little bit, my music, and to go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, so where we were at, let's see. So what we need to do next, we need to go ahead and finish. We need to check. We need to check, don't we? We need to check to see what our body height is, and to see if we should load more posts, essentially. So so we have this success response, so it's returning our data here, and we check to see if response is not false. So what do we do if the response is false? Let's go ahead and write that real quick. So else, so if the response is false, what do we want to do? We probably want to display a message letting the user know that there's no more posts to load, that we're at the end of all of our posts. So we'll just do this. We'll just append a span. We'll say span, and we'll just say no more post to load, and we'll give this a class. So if we decide to style it, we can style this. And we'll just say content post, post end. Yeah, it should work. And content. Oh, we need to specify where we're going to load that, and we're just going to load this in our div. So this is going to be inside of here. And we'll just say content append post, so no more post. Okay. And this wait is basically going to be, we're just going to say false, so it can load more posts, because we're going to use that wait essentially to tell it to wait. So if the user is scrolling down the page, it won't just keep it'll keep loading, but if it's pulling posts, it will keep it from pulling duplicates. So that's how we'll kind of control that. That's what that's going to be for. And then we need to check. This is where we need to check to see. We need to check if scroll bar, essentially, or scroll bar. Just check if scroll bar. We'll just say check if body. Yeah, I don't know how I want to word that, but essentially we just need to check to see if the body height is different than the window height. So check if load more post. Just say check if load more post. Okay, so in order to do that, so we need to check to see if the body height is less than the window height. So essentially, if this this body tag is, if it's less, if we come back over here to our page, and if there's only loaded here, we need to let it know to go ahead and load some more posts. So if we have it pulling like one post at a time, or to go ahead and pull more posts until it basically fills this area to give us a scroll bar, so the user can scroll down to cause it to load more posts. So that's what we need to do. So we need to do that. And to do that, we say over here in our script, we just say if body dot height is less than, this can be window dot height, and this should just be window. So yeah, if body height less than window height, then we're just going to run this again. So infinite scroll dot load. It's going to be load more post. We'll say load more post. Else, we'll just create a console log. And console log is going to be, we'll just say that the scroll bar should be present. And that should be all that we're needed for that. And let's see. Else, oh, and something else we need to do. We need to say weight equals true here. So this way, it doesn't. It will set the value to true. So this way, it won't keep loading more posts because there's no more posts to load. So it'll prevent our Ajax from running again. And that should be that. Then our load more post. Let's create a new function, and that's going to be load more post. And let's load more post, which is then another function, and that function what we're going to do, here, to load more post, I'm just going to create a var variable called last, and it's going to be it's going to get the ID of the last post on the page, and it's going to run this function up here again. So to do that, we'll just use a little bit of CSS, or basically some selector, the pseudo selectors, to select the last item on the page. And the way that we're going to go about doing that is we're going to say content dash post, and it's going to be last of type, and content, then we want to say content post last of type. So content post, and we want to grab the last one of these that's on the page, so the last of type, and then we'll say content, because we want to select the hidden value, so it's going to be hidden, because we want our ID. So content hidden post, so hidden post ID, and we'll say last of type of it, last of type, and we're going to say last, so make sure we get the last one dot value, and so it's going to be the last one, last of type, last on the page, and we want the value from that. So we want this value that we put in here, and so that should give us the last value. So just do console.log and we'll say last, and we'll just log that, and then infinite. What we'll do is we'll say infinite scroll dot load. See, load post. We want to do load post. So we want to load more posts, and we're just going to pass in how many more posts we want to load. We'll say 1. We'll just load 1 more post, and we'll pass in the ID. So because this is going to be our offset. So remember up here we have offset, and so we'll pass in the quantity. So we're going to pass in 1, and then the offset. So last should be the very last one on the page. We'll start from there, and we'll load the next one. So that should get us the next post in the results. And infinite scroll load post 10 starting from 0, and we could we'll just say 1 of 0, and we'll see how this works. We'll switch back over here. And as you see, it just loaded more. And now it's not detecting our scroll, and it loaded the same one over and over and over again. So it's not quite working like we want it to yet. So we got a little bit more we gotta fix there. And so let's see, starting from 1, and let's see. In order to do this, we're going to have to fix this. We need to come up here at the top, and we need to create a couple more functions. We need to basically not call this down here. We'll call this up here. And what we'll do is we'll just say function, and we'll basically load this up here, and we'll just start by loading 5 at a time, and we won't worry about the offset. And then to get our window scroll function, what we'll do is we'll say window dot scroll. So on scroll, we run another function. And this function is going to be called whenever we scroll. And in that function, we're going to say if window dot scroll top is greater than equal to, this is going to be the document dot height minus window dot height, and we're going to say minus 100 pixels. It'll be 100. We're going to go ahead and get the last item on the page, and we're going to run load post again. So we can just come down here and basically do the same thing that we did here, and we're going to load post. So actually we can technically just call all of this. See, this here is going to run our load more posts if it's less than the window height. If the body's less than the window height, it's going to load more posts, and so it's going to select the last item on the page and then basically run that again. So this function is going to essentially grab the last item and then run this again, and we're going to do the same thing kind of up here on Windows Scroll. So whenever the user scrolls, we're just going to go ahead and grab the last item and run our load post. So this should be all that's needed. This should work. Let's test it out and see. We might have an error, I don't know. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. So now it's just loading the next page. It's not pulling the offset. So let's take a look and see why that is. So load last content, append HTML. Scroll bar should be infinite scroll. Load more posts. Now load more post. Let's see, last value. So we're getting console.log. So let's look and see what are consoles logging. So it's undefined infinite scroll page on line 11. So last is not getting anything. I can see why, because I left out a period, so that might be the reason why. Sorry if you guys couldn't see that. Let's see. Try to make this more visible here. So basically, you can see this. It's undefined over here, so it's not actually getting that ID. So the reason for that is because I believe, because I left the dot off the end of that, so I didn't know to grab that class. So let's try this again. Switch back over and see if that took care of the problem. 4, 5, 6. No, let's see. It's still saying it's undefined over there. So it's still not getting that content post. So content post, content class, content post, last of type content, hidden post ID, last of type, last value. So for some reason it's not grabbing that. Console.log, last content, hidden post ID, content post, type content, hidden post, last, scroll, console.log, last. So let's see. Last of type, content post, last of type, hidden. I'm going to do this. Let's see. I'm just going to switch. I just basically console log this. So let's see what it's showing us. And switch over. And let's shrink this up a little bit and show. Oh, that's why. So if I look, the value is undefined here. So I'm not actually placing the value in there, so that's why it's doing that. So let's go look and see. So, easy enough. Value .id. Well, maybe that will fix it. A couple issues. Yep. Okay. So now it's working. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's continuously pulling. As you can see, it's pulling new posts, and we can check that over here in our. If we look at the network. Every time I scroll, it's creating another request, and it's returning a response, and it's saying ID 24, and we can see that it's returned that and the date, and you can see it's returned the next one here, 25, 26, 27, 28. So that's pretty much it. I mean, that's kind of how that infinite scroll works. I'm going to add some styling to it, and I already have a little bit of styling wrote up for this, so I'm just going to copy and paste the styling that I have in there, and then you guys can style it however you want. you know, if you want to create your own style, or like I said, I'm going to upload this all to GitHub so you guys can just download this to follow along with. Or, you know, if you're following along, you know, with the live version, that's cool too. You know, you guys can just go ahead and create your own styles, or you can go just download the style that I added in here on GitHub. So I just added this in here real quick, and just some styling. I just did it inline. I didn't create a separate style sheet for it or anything. So if I refresh, well, my styling did not work too well. I'm not sure what I did, why that's not working. Let's see. Style. Well, I did have it working. I'm not sure what. Did I leave something out here? No. Alright, well. Content post date, and text. Well, anyway, not a major issue, but just wanted to kind of pretty it up a little bit. For some reason, it's not wanting to display properly. So I'm not sure what I did there. But anyway, you guys get the idea. So let's see if I can fix this real quick. See why the style's not working. Content post in, content post. Let's see, container, content, container, backgrounds, content, padding, content post. I think I have all these right. Oh, I see why. Content post. Okay, I left this out. That would be the reason why. I'm not the best with CSS. Typically, I'll use something like Bootstrap or something to usually do most of my styling. Just it's simpler, but anyway, and a lot quicker for development process. But it's always good to know how to do styling. So that's what that is. So as you can see, it's a little easier to read until it's loading each post one after the other. And that's pretty much it for the infinite scroll. I hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry I had to split this up into 2 parts, but I needed a coffee break and I needed to eat some food, get some carbs in me. So hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to work on, I have a authentication system that I've got wrote and created that I want to share with you guys. It's just a basic authentication system. I go ahead and give you guys a little preview of what it is and basically what we'll be building just to use it. I'll switch over to that, and it's live now, so you guys can check it out if you wanted. It's just a little scheduling system that I created using basically this. I didn't do the styling, but basically the code behind it. We'll go ahead and I'm just going to sign out of this, and then basically has drag and drop events, and we'll get into a little bit of that probably when we're creating this. It's just a little scheduling system, but the main focal point will be the registration and login portion of this. So you'll be able to allow users to register and log into the system. So basically, so if they try to register and they don't enter a value, you can see it turned them all red. So if we just refresh the page and when they first initially come to the page, it will just show it like this, and then if they try to register incorrect, it'll be like that. And then you guys will be able to take it further because it's going to give you some response information that you guys can filter and display to the user if you like, or you can just turn the icons a different color, or however you want to do it. And then the login portion of it as well. So it'll just tell you invalid username and password, and click register new membership. So it'll be something really simple, And so yeah, we're going to work on building that in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you like it. Check me out online, YouTube, thumb me up on there. Facebook page, like me on there, Cooters Computers, and check out my website. Looking to do some updates to that. It's not the best, but I just kind of threw it together in a hurry, and I haven't really had much time to work on it. So don't judge me too harshly. I get some time to work on that. I'm going to do that and make it a bit better. And until next time, guys, keep on coding and have fun. Thanks for the support, and see you next time.